Kia ora everyone, Sarah Creates here with my final check-in video for my Angelica Schuyler cosplay. So yeah, welcome to my final check-in video before we see this up in Auckland, which is really exciting but also really scary because I need to make some serious progress on this to get that done in time. So unfortunately this month I don't actually have anything to try on to show you because my progress is still in a couple pieces. So last month I showed the progress on the bodice draft that I'd made so far, so the toile, and that still needed some fitting on the sleeves from memory, and I think I hadn't drafted up the shape of the false jacket yet that goes across the front. So I've all finished that now, and I have now transferred that onto paper, onto pattern paper, and I've also cut out my pieces now, which I've got these lovely little pieces sitting here, all gorgeous as they are. I've absolutely fallen in love with this colour, and not just this colour, but the combo of it with the champagne colour satin. Oh, it's so cool. It's so gorgeous. It makes me so happy. It's not a colour combo that I would normally like be drawn to or choose to sew, but it's so pretty. It makes me so happy. So yeah, all of my bodice pieces at the moment are in pieces, as you can see, but what I have done with these is also put some interfacing, some iron-on interfacing on the backs of these. All of my bodice pieces, minus the sleeves, have this interfacing on them. Because the satin I have is quite lightweight, and you can see this section of this the strap, the sleeve here, just the shoulder piece. I don't know why I said sleeve. You can see the huge difference. Like you can see the line here of where the interfacing stops, just as the light's catching it right now. But you can see the major difference in the way it moves, that this like stays completely flat. And that's one of the things that I've had to work around because the bodice and the originals they are boned. They're not wearing corsets underneath, they're not wearing stays underneath, but I am. So I don't need to worry about the bodice being boned, and I don't want to rebone the bodice because it would just add bulk and it's way too complicated. So I wanted to stiffen the fabric without adding too much bulk, and I actually discovered this when I made the waistband for the skirt, the champagne skirt. When I put interfacing on that, I was like, this is the exact kind of weight that I need for the bodice, so that's what I've done here. And it's worked really well so far. I'm really happy with how this has all turned out. As you can see, this pretty much, like, just, you're not going to get that much bunching or anything in that. So the sleeves aren't interfaced because you want them to be pretty flexible, and having interfacing in your sleeve is just, that sounds like a terrible time to me, so I haven't done that. So yeah, that's now all of my bodice pieces cut, and there's all to sew those together now, which is really exciting. Another piece of progress for this month is actually finding the lace for my for this costume, which I don't think I've talked about this in a check-in video yet, but I was actually really nervous about this because finding specific patterned lace or finding like kind of replica lace can be really difficult, especially for historically inspired projects, because a lot of historical lace looks nothing like modern lace. So here I was like going all over the place trying to find something to be what I wanted it to be, and I ended up going up to Auckland with my textiles class this month actually, and we went into a couple fabric shops while we were up there, and every time we went into a shop I was looking at their laces and trying to find something that I wouldn't be able to find in Tauranga, because I just assumed that I wouldn't be able to find anything in Tauranga. Found nothing in Auckland, and then came back to Tauranga Spotlight of all places and found something that looks, I kid you not, identical to the Broadway one. It's insane. Like, the way I found this and was like pure unfiltered cosplayer joy by finding something almost identical to what I was looking for in the place I didn't think I was going to find it was amazing. So that's all I've got to show this month. Unfortunately, it hasn't actually been a lot, just because NCEO goes crazy in term 3, and that's where my mind has been mostly this month. So I do apologise for that. Poor Angelica's had a pretty neglectful month, to be quite honest. So yeah, next steps are to finish up sewing the bodice and pleating the overskirt, as well as my pocket. I will not forget about my pocket because every costume needs a pocket. But other than that, I will say that I'm really excited to make my little covered buttons for the centre front and pleat up my overskirt as well, because I enjoyed the pleating so much in the actual skirt, the base skirt. But other than that, if you want to keep updated, because this is my last check-in video for this whole project, you can keep updated on Instagram with me at Sarah Creates, or sarah._.creates, just to find some real-time progress as I'm finishing up this project, which is really exciting. I actually can't wait to put all of this on. I'm so excited. So that is all from me. Ka kite, and I'll see you in Auckland.